The next exercise, we're just going to work a little bit on footwork, okay? So what I want you to do is focus on a few things to begin with, which are quite basic, which all of you guys in this class should already know. Number one, when you're moving, you need to stay off your heels. So as you move, your heels will never touch the mat. Okay, that's number one. That's going to slow you down into you. Number two, okay, is you try to keep the same distance with balance between your legs as often as possible. Okay, so as best you can, you try to keep the same distance so you're always on balance. So you can always move in a different direction if needs be. You can always kick, you can move, avoid, whatever. So that's the second part. Okay, and then the third thing is the hand position. Alright, so always keeping your hand position nice and. So I want this front hand really to be kind of around by the elbow, between the elbow and the shoulder. So you have a choice of where you want to put that. Backhand is perfect, just kind of around the badge or just up here. Alright, so this is where you want your hands. The reason we want the hands to be in a good position is one, for defense. Okay, if your hands are in the way, it's harder for them to hit you. If my hands are here, then it's easier for people to hit me. That's common sense. And the second part is if they're here, it's easier for me to go forward and punch from you. Especially off kicks. Because it's already easy. What you're going to do is working with your partner, you're going to work on that footwork. So you're just going to be moving around, push, pull in different ways. Okay? If you can get them to get a test step, so if you can test and they don't react in time to adjust, okay, then you can just tag them on the shoulder with your front hand. Every time you tag them, you score. Everybody with me? Will you guys do this demonstration? So the idea here is good footwork and seeking you test the other person and catch them up. Yep, that's the idea. Right, okay. For this to work, you need to set a rhythm. You know what a rhythm is? You guys know what a rhythm is? A rhythm, for example, a rhythm is. Yeah, could be. You get the idea of rhythm? Yeah? So you need to set a rhythm to break a rhythm. So for example, if you just hold your hands. Set. In. You see the idea? Set a rhythm to break a rhythm. So this time I want you to do the same thing. You don't have to set any rhythm in particular. Whatever way you want. Try, maybe if you can like sing through it in your head, it might help you. Okay, but try set a rhythm and then try break the rhythm to catch them. If you're able to catch them off guard, you can land a punch. Anyone you want. Make sense? Let's just a regular punch, your choice. We're going to add in side kick. So both sides have side kick, both sides have that. Alright? So what you're trying to do is if you're on the further out distance, maybe you're going to try kick. Okay? First, and then if you want to punch, you have to try to close that distance. Alright? You can't come into the distance to hit you. So how do you get into the distance? How do you get in?
Kick.
You can kick. Okay. Any other suggestions? Okay, for me getting in a sparring, how do I get close enough to punch him? I can't punch him from here.
You can test
I can test it, yeah. I can set a rhythm. Set a rhythm, set a rhythm, set a rhythm, break the rhythm. And I'm a little close. Or I can be sneaking in while I'm setting my rhythm. Come on. Ready? Feel close now? Yeah, sneaking in, bit by bit. Alright, so there's different ways you can do it. So, one side, not one side, sorry, both people have front leg side kick. If you feel like somebody's threatening your area, alright, you give them a side kick. Get out of my area. Okay? Both sides are also trying to set up closing the distance punch. Are you with me? So you have all punches and a side kick. Alright, see what you can score, see what you can play with. Try to remember the principles we talked about last week if both people kick at the same time. What do you want to be? You want to be on top. What are the two ways you can be on top? Clash or be first. So you either clash or you be first. Good job. Alright, so if both people kick, be on top. If you're not on top, get out of there.